decision. I cannot ruin my life raising a weak child. Ali stayed, raising the baby alone. He worked every day and cared for his son every night. 20 years later, the weak baby became a successful engineer. One day, Sarah saw them on a huge billboard, but she had already lost the greatest gift of her life. What would you do in Ali's place?
Please subscribe my channel.
He thought he had everything until he broke her only support. This is Leo, rich, confident, but empty inside. Some people grow rich in money, but stay poor at heart. To some, it was just a glass, but to others, it was their only support. A person is defined by their heart, not by their bank balance. Times can change in the blink of an eye. It's easy to break someone's glass, but hard to save your own respect. He thought money could fix it, but he was wrong. He thought money could fix anything, but the old man asked for something else. Just 1 hour of his time. And that's when everything started to change.
Fix it, now!
What if I told you
Patience, young man.
this watch cost him more than money?
He was rich, confident, and believed money could fix anything. But the old man didn't ask for money. He asked for something unexpected. Give me 1 hour of your time every day. The young man was confused, but agreed. On the first day, he felt bored. On the second day, he started noticing people. He saw a poor child, helped without words. He saw a lonely woman, smiling just for attention. And then one day, he saw the old man struggling, but still smiling. That's when he realized this was never about the watch. When the watch was fixed, he tried to pay, but the old man stopped him. You already paid with your time. Because time isn't in watches. It lives in the moments you give to others.
If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. This was his last piece of food.
On a freezing night, a little boy sat alone, hungry and cold. A rich man saw him, but chose to walk away. But then, something unexpected happened. Ethan hands over half of his bread to the old man. He gave away his only food to someone even weaker. Son, you're hungry too. Why give it to
I'm
me?
used to being hungry, but you're not.
The rich man stopped and realized something.
Here you
He
are,
came
gentlemen.
back and helped
Thank
them
you.
both.
We are very grateful.
Kindness doesn't require wealth, just a good heart.
This one mistake cost him everything.
Mom, please, just leave me alone. Stop calling me all the time.
I told you not to do that. Why won't
And in anger, he blocked his own mother.
Stop calling me all the time.
That same night, his mother had a heart attack.
I can't breathe.
She kept calling him again and again, but the call never went through. And a few hours later, she was gone. The next morning, he finally checked his phone. I just wanted to hear your voice one last time. He broke down, screaming in pain, but it was too late. Don't ignore the people who love you the most before it's too.
He worked for 6 days just for this one moment.
In a forgotten corner of the city lived two brothers with nothing but hope. Every night, Adam watched a world he couldn't enter. Leo, can we eat there just once? Leo had nothing except a promise. For 6 days, he worked beyond his strength. He could have taken the easy way, but he chose the right one. Sunday finally came. Every dollar carried his pain, and in that moment, everything was worth it. Because love is the greatest gift of all.
If you like, please subscribe my channel.
Day, she was sitting alone. No one came to meet her. She smiled, but her eyes were wet. Then suddenly, someone knocked the door.
But who is at the door? Should she open it?
Sometimes one small act can change everything.
An old man sat by the road, trying to sell his art, but the world just passed him by. A little girl stopped. She saw his broken frame and his tired eyes. She quietly sat down and began to paint it with colors of hope. As the old man slept, a miracle happened. A couple saw the beauty and bought it. You don't need money to change a life. You just need a heart.
Love is free, so share it everywhere. Meet Mia, a struggle single mother.
Who worked day and night for her little girl, Lily. Lily was a handful, always getting into trouble. But one day, her mischief saved 2 lives. Mia risked everything to help, but she lost her job for it. She was broken, standing in the rain with nothing left. Then, a miracle happened. One small act of kindness changed her entire world forever.
Like and subscribe my channel.
Mia was a single mother, a heartless boss, and a fire that changed everything. You won't believe how a little girl's naughty prank saved 2 lives today. Mia was a single mother. Every day was a battle to manage a small home and a demanding
Mia,
job.
control your child. She hit my shoes again. Next time I am complaining.
But her neighbor, Mr. Thomas, made things even
Sorry,
harder.
Mr. Thomas. She is just a child. I will talk to her.
Mia, this file must be done by morning, or you are fired.
At the office, the boss gave her an impossible task. At 2 a.m., thick smoke filled the hallway. Mia rushed outside, but the neighbor's door was locked.
Stay back, sweetie.
She
Mommy,
had
be careful.
to act.
I have to see what's in here.
After saving her neighbors, Mia went to work with an incomplete file. Her boss did not listen.
Fired. Leave immediately. You are irresponsible.
Please, I need this job.
Get out.
Mia sat on a lonely bench, feeling like a failure. The word irresponsible kept hurting her
Is this
heart.
the price for saving a life? Did I really fail my daughter?
Mia thought she lost everything, but her act of kindness changed her life.
Mia, this job didn't deserve you. This is for you.
Kindness always finds its way.
If you like this story, please like and subscribe my channel.
Leo walked with his head held high, truly believing that he was better than everyone else. But that evening, his father decided to teach him a lesson. He gave Leo a very surprising punishment. The very next morning, Leo found himself standing behind a small cart. His task? To sell hot dogs all by himself under the hot sun. After hours of hard work and seeing how people treated him, Leo finally understood the true meaning of respect. Remember, respect is far more valuable than money. Always be kind.
Like this story, please subscribe for more.
This rich boy humiliated a poor vendor, but his father saw everything. Suddenly, a luxury car stopped behind him. It was Leo's father. Instead of shouting, he helped the poor man and apologized. Leo stood there completely shocked.
Subscribe to my channel to watch more amazing stories.
The rich boy thought money made him powerful. One day, he angrily pushed the poor man's hot dog cart. The food fell to the ground and the vendor looked shocked. But Leo didn't know someone important was watching.
Full story on my channel.
This rich boy thought money made him better. But just a few minutes later, his father taught him a lesson he would never forget.
What happened next?
Leo loved showing off his wealth. One day, while playing football inside the house, he ignored his mother's warnings.
Leo, stop playing football inside. Something will break.
Suddenly, the ball hit the dining table. Food spilled everywhere, but Leo didn't even apologize. That night, Leo's mother worried about his behavior, but his father calmly said he would teach him a lesson. The next day after school, Leo saw a poor man selling hot dogs and rudely pushed his cart. At that moment, Leo's father arrived. Instead of shouting, he helped the poor man and apologized. Then he told Leo that tomorrow he would stand there all day and sell hot dogs. After working for hours, Leo finally understood how hard people work to earn money. That day, Leo learned a powerful lesson. Respect matters more than money.
Enjoy this story. Please subscribe to my channel. A little light can hold a big world.
Some things we see are really hidden in our hearts. Every kind act is like a little light that makes your heart and your pocket stars shine brighter. When light comes from the heart, it fills dreams and reality with magic. Stars are not far away. They are born from our actions and love. Fill your pocket with kindness, and your life will shine like the stars. Every small act, every smile creates a new star.
But one boy was something different.
Lily had a crayon, but no one wanted it. Her crayon was small and broken. Then she saw a boy with no crayons. She walked to him quietly. She broke it in half and gave him a piece. They started drawing together. They made the most beautiful picture. Even broken things can create something beautiful. Kindness makes magic.
Subscribe my channel.
He was starving, but he feared shame more than hunger. When he reached for his pocket, his money was gone. A young boy was watching from the shadows. The boy dropped a note and whispered, "Sir, your money fell." True kindness protects dignity. Don't just give, respect.
He had nothing in his pocket, but he had a heart of kindness.
Even one small coin felt like a treasure to him. His stomach was empty, but his heart was full. Kindness is a language everyone understands. When you give from the heart, life gives back. Be kind. It costs nothing.
Enjoy this. Subscribe for more.
This decision changed everything. He had nothing except one coin. He could buy food or do something else. Then he saw her. He chose kindness. Sometimes kindness is a test. Kindness always comes back. The one they ignored was waiting for you. It was supposed to be a happy day. Until Leo heard a cry no one else noticed. Don't touch it. It's dirty. But those eyes were asking for help. And Leo chose kindness over fear. With love, wounds healed. They didn't just survive. They became family. That's my dog. Loyalty cannot be forced. It is earned through love.
Because kindness has no language.
This is why they laughed at him. Wait for what happens next. They laughed at him because his sneakers were torn. He was just a quiet kid in an American middle school. His name was Alex. Cafeteria time. Everyone had food, but one new kid had nothing. Alex had only one peanut butter sandwich. But still, he broke it in half and gave it away. A teacher saw everything, and the cafeteria went quiet. The kid with torn shoes had the richest heart in the entire school. Kindness still exists. Subscribe for more inspiring stories. If he was 1 minute late, his mom would die. Can you imagine a 5-year-old child saving a life? This is the story of Leo, a very small hero. Leo lived in a small town in America. He was at home with his mom. Everything was normal. Suddenly, Leo heard a loud noise. He ran to the bathroom and saw his mom on the floor. Leo was scared, very scared. But he remembered something important. He picked up his baby sister and ran to the neighbors for help. Leo did what he learned at school. He pushed on his mom's chest again and again. When the ambulance came, the doctors were surprised. Leo saved his mom's life. Doctors said if Leo stopped for even 1 minute, his mom might not survive. Teach children emergency numbers. Teach first aid, because even a small child can be a big hero. Because even a small child can be a big hero.
Yay!
He wasn't pretending to be strong. He had no other choice. Some children carry books to school. Others carry hunger. His home was full of love, but short on food. Hunger is loud, but shame is louder. He chose dignity over food. His lunchbox was empty, but his dignity was not. He stayed hungry just to stay proud. Real kindness thinks before it acts. She fed his hunger without hurting his pride. Kindness grows when it's shared. Helping someone without breaking their dignity is true humanity. Everyone loved lunch break, except him. Lunch break was everyone's favorite moment, except his. Leo came to school every day with an empty lunchbox and a heart full of pride. He pretended to eat, hiding his hunger so no one would see his pain. But someone noticed his silence. All right, kids, let's go outside. We're planting trees today. Kindness doesn't always need an audience. Helping someone without hurting their dignity, that's true humanity.
Thank you for watching.
What would you do if this was your last meal? He was a poor little boy. He was very hungry. This was his last meal, but he stayed quiet and patient. Then he saw another child. That child had nothing to eat, so he gave away his food. He did not know. That one small act of kindness would change his life forever. Be kind. Kindness always comes back.
Thank you for watching.
On a freezing winter night, a poor little boy stood outside a shop, shaking from the cold. All he wanted was one blue scarf. He tried to buy it, but his coins were not enough. Someone was watching quietly. An old man chose kindness without saying a word. The old man walks past the boy and accidentally drops the gift. That night, the boy received more than a scarf. He received hope. The boy, now grown up, gives a warm scarf to a poor little girl. From a distance, the old man smiles, because kindness always comes back. This house stayed dark for years. In the entire street, there was one house that never saw any sunlight. The curtains were always closed, and the woman inside never came out. But little Mia believed there was a reason, so she left a drawing of the sun. The door finally opened. Mia smiled and said, "Because I think you're sad." Slowly, the curtains moved, and a beam of sunlight entered the room. Sometimes all it takes is a little kindness to let the light back in.
Don't forget to subscribe.
This boy just wanted warmth. On a cold winter night, he was shivering in the cold, longing for the blue scarf inside the shop. He counted his coins, but they were never enough. Hope slowly faded from his eyes. Just as he turned away, a door opened and kindness stepped into the cold. The scarf was wrapped with love, and suddenly the cold no longer mattered. It wasn't just a scarf. It was a miracle of kindness, and kindness can warm any heart. Can you believe that a single coin could change someone's entire life forever? Meet little Leo. He had nothing to eat and only one last coin left in his pocket. But when he stepped into the bakery, something happened that moved everyone to tears. What was the miracle of that coin? Click below to find out and answer the quiz.
New Pig Free Smile. Triple chocolate donut.
This boy had just one coin and a hungry sister.
It was a freezing winter night. Leo stood outside a bakery, shivering in the cold, with only one coin in his pocket and a little sister waiting at home. His sister hadn't eaten all day. She was weak and scared, but Leo had promised her one thing. He would bring food home. Leo quietly pushed the bakery door open. As the smell of fresh bread filled the air, His stomach growled, but he looked away. "Can I have the cheapest, oldest bread?" he whispered softly. "It's for my little sister." The baker looked closely at the boy. He saw the torn clothes and trembling hands, but eyes full of love. Without a word, the baker filled a big bag with fresh cakes and warm food. Leo held out his only coin with shaking hands. The baker smiled and pushed it back. "Keep it," he said. "Your love has already paid the bill." That night, 2 hearts were full, one with food and one with kindness, because in this cold world, kindness never dies.
Always be kind to other if this story touches your heart. Please subscribe to our channel.
He had nothing, but this changed everything. It was a cold morning, and a poor boy stood there, hungry. Suddenly, he saw a wallet lying on the street. There was a lot of money inside, enough to buy food. He could have kept it because there was no food at home. Just then, a worried man came running back. Without saying a word, the boy returned the wallet. The man was shocked, and his eyes filled with tears. "Why didn't you keep the money?" "Because it wasn't mine." Kindness has no religion or status. Poverty is about money, not about the heart. Habit was slowly breaking him. This is Leo, an 8-year-old boy with the kindest heart you could imagine. He wasn't rich, he wasn't special, but he had only one burger. It was a cold winter day, and a homeless man sat quietly on the street. A little boy was passing by, holding a warm burger in his hands. He stopped, looked at the man, and made a choice. But then, the man noticed something else.
Oh my God.
Instead of taking the food, he gave the boy his blanket and the little money he had. They shared what they had, not because they were rich, but because they were kind. Why is Leo's best friend not eating all day? Leo noticed something strange. His best friend wasn't eating at all. "Are you sick?" Leo asked. "No," Ruhan smiled. "It's Ramadan. It teaches patience, kindness, and helping others." Leo couldn't fast, but he wanted to be kind. So Leo shared his favorite candies and brought Ruhan a small iftar gift. That evening, Leo watched Ruhan break his fast, and he learned happiness grows when you share it. Little kindness, big happiness. He had everything, but not happiness. Aryan had many toys, yet his heart felt empty. Then Leon showed him something simple, sharing. When Aryan shared, his smile finally appeared. He learned that giving feels better than owning. That day, Aryan learned an important lesson. Real happiness comes from giving and making others smile. I was wrong about my father. I finally asked my father, "Why did you always wear the same old shoes?" He smiled and said, "Because your school fees were more important." That day, I realized those shoes carried his sacrifices, not his poverty. I was never ashamed of him again. I was ashamed of myself. If you love your father, don't wait. Ask him today. Some heroes don't wear capes. They wear old shoes. When I was a child, I felt ashamed of my father's old, torn shoes. I used to wonder why he never bought new ones. Did he not care about his dignity? Then, one day, I saw the truth. He was counting money from his pocket, enough to buy many new shoes. But instead, he placed the money in an envelope and wrote, "For my daughter's education." That day, I realized those shoes were not torn. They were a symbol of a father's sacrifice. Today, when life took everything away from me, I remembered those same shoes. They taught me one thing: never give up, even when everything is gone. Respect your parents' sacrifices. If this story touched your heart, share. Never give up, even when everything is gone. Respect your parents' sacrifices. If this story touched your heart, share. Your heart, share it, and walk this journey with me. That's when I learned a mother's lie is her greatest sacrifice. She said she wasn't hungry, giving us the last bite with a smile. I saw her later, drinking water to hide her hunger. That's when I learned a mother's lie is her greatest sacrifice. I never noticed. My mother's plate was always empty. Now I can give her everything, but her love is a debt I can never repay. Love your mother while she's still here. One small act of kindness can change a life forever. In a quiet village lived an elderly woman with a heart full of kindness. Every morning, she fed the birds and kept water outside her home for anyone in need. One extremely hot day, a thirsty little boy stopped by. He had no money and nowhere else to go. She smiled, gave him a glass of cold water and a scented apple. She said gently, "Kindness always finds its way back." Years passed. The boy grew up and became a successful doctor. One day, an elderly woman was brought into his hospital. The doctor picked up her file and stopped. He recognized her instantly. The water, the apple. When she worried about the hospital bill, it simply said, "Paid years ago, with a glass of water and an apple." Kindness never goes unpaid. Today, the bench was empty. Every day, an old man sat on that bench, giving strangers a flower or a simple smile. A young man watched him and thought, "That's pointless. Kindness can't change anything." But one day, the bench was empty. He went looking for the old man and found him sick, alone. In his room were hundreds of thank you letters from strangers whose lives were touched by one small act. That's when he understood small kindness changes everything. The next day, he sat on the same bench, and the bench was never empty again.
Welcome, little kindness AI.
Anybody is here? Anybody is here?